It's a multifaceted approach. There's many aspects to it in terms of what needs to get done. One of the key things is a public inquiry into the full extent of lockdown harms. There are a lot of people who have suffered a lot, some less so. I've mentioned before, lockdowns would never have gone past 2 weeks if every teacher, social worker, provincial government employee, federal government employee, municipal government employee, every policeman, every firefighter, every public sector worker had to take a 30% pay cut indefinitely for, as long as lockdowns are there. All of these public sector people, politicians, if all these people had to take a 30% pay cut or even a 10% pay cut, you wouldn't have seen the lockdowns go on. But the people who were punished the most severely were restaurants and small businesses, not the Walmarts and Costco's and superstores, but it's the small businesses, the airline industry, the tourism industry, the travel industry, the hotels and conferences. So many different businesses, so many people were harmed. And this was all glossed over by the government-funded media. Generally, occasionally, I remember Leisha Corbella with the Calgary Herald. I think she wrote a piece once about, it could have been Jerry Dunham, who was killed by Dina Hinshaw canceling his medically necessary surgery. He needed a heart transplant. His heart was operating on 25% capacity, and they said, you need to get this, otherwise you're going to die. And then, and this happened all over Canada. Our chief medical officer canceled medically necessary surgeries as part of this COVID ideology that, we have to, doesn't matter how many people we kill, we've got to pursue this futile quest to stop a virus from spreading. It's absolutely stupid. So, there is a group, I believe it's a Canadian COVID Care Alliance, but I stand to be corrected on that point. But there is a group that is going to proceed with public inquiries. Apparently they had 1 or 2 days of inquiries in Toronto already and planning to do this in, Calgary, Victoria, Moncton, New Brunswick, Montreal, etc. And they're going to collect the stories of people of how they were harmed by lockdowns. Right. Now, this is something the government itself ought to do.